There's two measuring yardsticks for success in Freemasonry. One of them is membership. We've got to bring more members in than we lose, or bring more members in than those brothers who have gone to the celestial lodge on high. But true success matters on what we're doing in our communities as we help people. That's what we're here for. Scholarships, community involvement, those kind of things, to make our craft better and make us more recognizable.
I would measure success for Freemasonry in Washington by the different measurements that exist today. One of which is adding new Masons and developing those new Masons and advancing their career. More importantly, how many of those stay? We don't lose. Retention of existing Masons and the different programs that are offered that actually are available to all Masons to help us develop. Growth in our programs, trying new things and improving and expanding our reach to be the best possible example for society of how men should act.
Success has different metrics. If a lodge measures its success by the number of members that it brings in over a year, and yet the ritual, the membership experience, the commitment that these members have upon joining is lacking, is that truly successful? Is counting the number of dues paying members truly considered as a success? What I would consider a success for this jurisdiction is all the new members that are joining our lodges have a firm, serious understanding of what the fraternity requires of them, are committed to the craft, and truly are service oriented and want to make themselves and the lodges better. I would also compare on the other side of the coin whether or not financial success should be included in this, and I think it should. It's very difficult to hold a degree or concentrate on a member or a candidate's Masonic experience when you're in arrears on a property and you have a negative asset. What I would like to see as a whole is assistance to many of the lodges in the state to help them decide whether or not their own property is an asset or a liability, to help determine whether or not their membership program is giving the candidates the true Masonic experience that they deserve, that the deputies are ensuring that the people know their own ritual parts within the district. Some of it is low-hanging fruit, but some of it requires some serious long-range planning. But with long-range planning, subtle improvements every year shows progress. And that's how I would measure success in this jurisdiction. If we are able to make just tiny steps towards a larger goal and improving those every year, that would be absolutely fantastic.
I think success for Freemasonry in Washington has to be measured more than just in the membership count that we have. I think that's a part of it. We have to have brothers to carry on the precepts and the tenets of our institution, pure and unimpaired, from generation to generation, as we say in the installing charge to the brethren. But we have to inspire those Masons. I think establishing clear KPIs. And I think we have the capability to do that now through the tools that we have in Grandview, like the new rituals section, where on the back end of that database, we could tell how many lecturers we have and where they're at. We could develop a KPI that would be able to isolate where the lecturers are in what lodges, and if you have lodges with multiple lecturers, we can then go to those lodges and find out what is the secret for making competent lecturers. So I think that would be an interesting KPI. KPIs like retention of the new membership. How long does a member last from when they become a prospect, when we have that first notice as an inquirer, through the time when they become raised as a Master Mason? I think there are good KPIs that we could derive out of that to determine how efficient the process is and what the right length of time is, because of course you don't want to rush someone in without guarding the West Gate and making sure that they're taking all those 6 steps. But I think that we could also measure those lodges that aren't having any success in moving people forward from the 1st degree through the 3rd degree. We could also take a look at the DeMIT level and the NPD level. I think is a telling KPI. So I think there's a number of different key performance indicators that we could derive out of the data that we have in our system. And dashboarding, I think, is probably the next evolution for Grandview, for how we can see it, not just at a lodge level, but at a district and a jurisdictional level. So look forward to exploring that piece of the development as the tool continues to improve.